Yo, what is up, YouTube? Today, we are going to be talking about the upcoming banner and new trainee. It's going to be Fuji Kiseki, Mejiro Ardan, a Wit card, and it's SR. And you have an SSR Guts Mejiro Ryan card. This is coming out on, I believe, 3 p.m. October 2nd, Pacific time. Otherwise, 10 p.m. in UTC, wherever that is. So, let's go ahead and talk about it. Let's go ahead and start off with Mejiro Ardan. If you happen to pull Mejiro Ardan as an SR card, what do you have to look forward to? As an SR card, this card, Mejiro Ardan, is something you might likely pick up as the game sort of progresses, as you roll more and more banners, because remember, there are no limited banners in Umamusume. So if you did roll Mejiro Ardan, what are you kind of looking at, right? Because she's definitely not like a hot card. Like this card banner, Mejiro Ardan with this Mejiro Ryan, you know, TLDR, this is not a must-pull banner by any means. It's a pretty bad banner to pull on. But if you do get Mejiro Ardan, what are you looking at, right? Mejiro Ardan is a pretty, like, interesting card. She has low specialty priority, which would indicate that she's like a roaming card. However, she also has like low training effectiveness. Compare her to her peers in Nice Nature, the event Wit roaming support card, or Mejiro Dober, right? With 15% training effectiveness and no specialty priority. She has some specialty priority, and she has less training effectiveness. So she's not really a great roaming support card, right? For a roaming support card, you want as little specialty priority, as much training effectiveness as you'd like. Or as possible, rather. For Mejiro Ardan, her highlight is the fact that she has good hint levels, right? She has good hint levels. She has good hint frequency. It's not just 50%, it's actually 70% with her unique effect. And so the question is then, what hints does she offer? And the answer is pretty good hints. She offers left-handed, which as of right now for global, there's not a lot of sources for left-handed. It's either on Silent Susuka's like kit, her person, her I think raised potential skills, as well as like random events involving either herself or her cards. So there's not a lot of sources for left-handed, and being a green speed skill is very, very valuable. However, it is worthy of note that the upcoming Leo Cup as well as the upcoming Virgo Cup are all on clockwise. They're all right-handed tracks, so we're not going to see a lot of use there. You will see it in the Cancer Cup, though. Left-handed is very valuable for Cancer Cup, so she would be kind of comfy to run, I guess, if you somehow get a Max Limit Break version. But I digress. Left-handed is rare, so pretty nice to see it on a card, right? Other than San Susuga. Moving on from that left-handed, what other skills does she has? What does she offer? Other Pace Chaser skills. Preferred position is a great heal for Pace Chaser. Very, very, consistent. It's race planner, essentially, right? You also have Soft Step, which is very consistent. However, it could trigger a little too early. If you also notice that these are all skills that are on Anime Teo. So, you know, if you want to reduce the hint levels for that, not bad. You also have Pace Chaser Corners, which is excellent, right? It's a very low cost for a very good duration for the speed. So very, very cost efficient, very good skill that's not track dependent, but character dependent, or rather strategy dependent, right? Very, very good. Pace Chaser Savvy is all right as well. You have Hesitant Pace Chasers. Another big highlight of Mejiro Ardan as a card is her chain events, right? She has on her first chain event either a choice between healing energy or mood. This is random though, worthy of note. And the second chain event is just 30 energy and 1 mood, which is really nice. That's a really chunky heal for her second chain event. Very, very cool, very nice card. Her random events aren't anything bad either, okay? So, you have a pretty good, a very comfy sort of parent card. Otherwise, it's kind of whatever, right? If the left-handed fits, and if Pace Chasers fit, Pace Chasers should be pretty good for like the upcoming Leo Cup, I would say, because it's a medium distance track. It's 2200 meters as well. So that is something, to note. But yeah, as far as that goes, like nothing special, nothing crazy. And you know, if you run her, if you see her, this is what you'll use her for, is pretty much as a parent card for pace chasers. Moving forward, you have Mejiro Ryan, the SSR Guts card. Not anything to pull either, really. She is pretty much like, her only highlight is the fact that she has like power bonus, skill point bonus, and guts bonus if you have her limit break 1. Other than that, like nothing crazy, right? As a guts card, it is nice that she has race bonus 10%. So I guess make a new track. I guess you could run it, but it's just like, she's not good. She's just not a good card. You don't want her at 0 limit break, so you don't want to just like you know, run a set amount of pulls for this banner. And you definitely don't want to whale for this card either, so she's just not anything to write home about. Her skills are, you know, up tempo's good, right? But it's only for medium distance tracks. Medium straightaways is obviously really good. And wet conditions, rainy days, it's good when they apply, right? As far as the skills from her events, Unyielding, not to be confused with Unyielding Spirit, she has Unyielding, which is a velocity skill if you're being passed by another runner on the final corner. Pretty bad condition. However, you know, certain tracks it could work as long as it's not in the late race. It is what it is. The card's not good. We can move on from that. Moving forward, you have Fuji Kiseki. This is a hell of an Oshi pick. And I would say like a pretty good parent as well. She is one of the Umamusume that actually has a greatly skill. Greatly increased velocity. What other Umamusume have a greatly increased velocity? It's Ogre Cap, it's Simply Rudolph, and it's Tokai Teo. But Tokai Teo's unique skill is kind of hard to activate, but who are really good parents usually are Ogre Cap and Simply Rudolph because they have a very good scaling velocity skill. Okay, that's a 45 centimeter per second velocity skill. When inherited, I believe that's 25 centimeter per second. So very, very nice. What does the skill do? What is it? It's kind of like Triumphant Pulse, right? But for the last 300 meters, it's on a final straight, okay? I'm not too sure if these conditions are exactly what they are, but if we go off this, right, it is a greatly increased velocity skill on a final straight, which is nice, right? The only sort of condition that seems special for this is that someone needs to be behind you for like 1 second, which is still like a good condition, right? If everyone's gunning for the final, right, the final stretch, right, everyone's surging forward, chances are it's going to be highly contested. If something's going to be highly contested, boom, you activate the skill, you turn on the jets. This is a really nice skill to help you sort of close out the win. Fuji Kiseki is a very cool, very fun Uma, I would say. If I had the sort of time and resources, I would probably run her as a front runner for Cancer Cup. Definitely she will probably go on my Virgo Cup team, and you'll see why in a bit. But Fuji Kiseki, long story short, as far as the unique skill goes, is very cool unique skill, very relevant unique skill, very good parent unique skill. Is she a must pull? No, not really, right? It's she's a good parent, but she's not like a crazy good runner on her own. She's also just fairly sort of niche in her utility, as you'll see in her other skills, right? In innate skills, in her awakening skills, what you'll notice is that she has a mile skill, Unyielding Spirit, which is a premium mile skill for sure. But she also has Shifting Gears, which is a mile skill, Big Sisterly, which is a mile skill, and Mile Corners, which is a mile skill. So she's kind of like a mile specialist, if you will. Fuji Kiseki is good for that, but if you're not running a mile distance track, I mean, you don't really have that much of a reason to run her. So again, Virgo Cup, which is, you know, there's Leo. Right now it's Cancer, then there's Leo, then there's Virgo, okay? Definitely cool to run, and even in Cancer, I think she would be cool to run. But, yeah, not a must pull by any means. Very cool, very fun, very good Oshi pick, I would say. 20% power bonus, 10% wit, very nice stat bonuses, not bad at all. Especially for a mile distance specialist, you definitely want to have a lot of power, right? And if you run her as a front runner, which I would like to run, I think her unique skill works very well in that. She has Trick Front, She has Unyielding Spirit, again, premium miles skills. And you also have Race Planner for whatever reason you want to run as a Pace Chaser on something that's not a mile distance track, or maybe you just want that one gold heal. Besides that, she also has Prepare to Pass. I just realized I didn't actually notice that. And another Unyielding Spirit, more hints on there, I guess. Very cool, Umamusume. If you've seen her in the movie, if you see her model, if you see just this and can, like, I don't know, if this doesn't sell it to you, her outfit's outrageous. It's amazing. And I think she's really cool. I think, very, very strong, very cool Oshi pick. I'm yapping. I'm rambling. I think we're kind of good on Fuji Kiseki. But, yeah, if this was helpful to you at all, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe for more Umamusume content. My name is Rednu. Use code MAMBO for 10% off your gamer subs. It's not filled right now because I drank it all. And, yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.